Good afternoon. Good afternoon, all of you. Welcome again to a very interesting session today. Thank you so much for joining us on this lovely Sunday afternoon. And as we all know that with the support of ISKCON, we are bringing these kind of series a bit different from other aspects. However, very important. हम सबकी लाइफ में फिजिकल हेल्थ के साथ साथ मेंटल हेल्थ, सोशल हेल्थ, इमोशनल हेल्थ भी काफी इंपॉर्टेंस रखती है. WHO की हेल्थ डेफिनेशन की अगर हम बात करें, सो दे हैव सेड दिस दैट अगर हम हेल्थ को डिफाइन कर रहे हैं तो apart from physical, mental, psychological, social, emotional well-being is also very, very important. And we have already discussed so many physical health aspects, but mental, social aspects की अगर हम बात करें, we are all human being, and we live with relationships, we live with people, our family. So many people are there around in our life. So I think this is a very important talk, and we have a very senior, a very learned professional to let us know about all these aspects. So let's welcome HG Shyam Karuna Das Prabhuji today. He is a congregation preacher leading spiritual and leadership courses and guiding to over 200 families and kids in Ghaziabad since 2012. As a lifestyle counselor, helping the families and children to live happy living with healthy relationships in society based on the Vedic teachings. Very, very important aspect. I think we all should get awareness and get knowledge about the Vedic teachings, which are there from last so many years. बट समहाउ वी फील कि हम थोड़ा सा उनकी तरफ उतना अवेयरनेस नहीं रखते हैं. He has been organizing about 20 yatras annually to spiritual places like Vrindavan, Mayapur, Kurukshetra, and Himalayas, and many more. Organizing festivals every year, about 3,000 more like people are there connected in those festivals and imbibing values and good characters. And speaking in on various seminars from teaching of Shrimad Bhagavad Gita, one of the, I will say, one of the best granth book we all should read and we all should aware about. एंड शायद आपको लग रहा होगा कि श्याम करुणा दास प्रभु जी का इतना डाइवर्सिफाई प्रोफाइल है, बट एग्जैक्टली अगर इफ वी सी ही इज ए लर्न प्रोफेशनल. He is right now working with HCL Technologies from last 9 years as lead techno-functional consultant. So very interesting combination of a IT professional and leading a spiritual life. And he has traveled across European and Asia Pacific continents. He has worked with several other organizations like Mastech Limited, Helbert Packard. He started his journey with the teaching, and he is a professional. He is a postgraduate in masters in computer applications, and did his graduation in math. So we are very much honored, and we are very much lucky to have him today as a speaker, as our this session keynote speaker. And we request all of you to invite all your friends, family. You can share this session. This will be available after this as well. Those who are not able to attend live can watch it. It will be available on our YouTube channel, on our Facebook page. We are already live on Periscope and on our website also, that is indianvadyas.com/webinar. There will be a presentation. After that presentation, after the talk, the questions will be addressed. But meanwhile, अगर आपके मन में कोई भी question आता है during the presentation, during the talk, you can let us know. And after the presentation, we will be discussing that with our esteemed speaker today. So thank you so much again, Shyam Karuna Das Prabhuji, for joining us. And please take us through this very important aspect of relationship, the challenges we all are right now having in our lives. So I think let's take it forward and let's hear from you. And accordingly, then we will be taking the questions after your talk. Thank you again.
Hare Krishna. So I feel honored to be with all these professionals all over the world, connecting to IndianVaidya.com. Specifically, I thanks to Dr. Piyush Ahuja for inviting us over here for speaking and discussing and sharing thoughts on a diversified topics for you all. And based on peoples are connecting from different part of India. So as Piyush Prabhu asked me to speak both English and Hindi, which we interestingly call as English, Hindi and English combinations. But still, I'm thinking if peoples from different part of India and the world are connecting, if they will hear about Hindi terminologies, maybe finding some interesting jogging type of uh, vibrations in the heart. So to some extent, I mean 60% English, and I'll definitely merge with some Hindi words as advised by Dr. Piyush Prabhu. Thank you so much. So would like to welcome all of you for today's discussions. That is an interesting one, the most crucial, important, and illustrative the relationship. We're going to reveal over here with various potent, practical, modern examples, and also we'll take the examples and learning from Bhagavad Gita. Uh, I think it is okay. Everyone is able to hear me.
Yes, voice is perfect, Prabhuji. You can just share your screen also for the presentation. Thank you.
It is said already. Okay. Oh, it's missed. Okay. Let me say again. Yeah. Okay. So,
Perfect, Prabhuji. You can start. Thank you.
so kindly patiently hear the different discussions. Of course, I'm not so uh, elevated one to speak. All of you are more experienced than me, and in terms of relationship making, in terms of professional relationship, in terms of uh, family relationship, and also uh, in the business relationship. Everywhere you have a great deal of relationship experience, but still I want to add something which will help us keep our relationship maintained for a long, and will remain a blissful one. रिलेशनशिप इस दुनिया में सब लोग चाहते हैं कि बहुत ब्लिसफुल रहे, अ, थोड़ा खट्टा मीठा चलेगा, सम जूस चलेगा. So with so many mixtures, at the end of the day everyone wants to be happy with the help of relationship. So relationship, with the help of relationship, we human being as societal living being want to have the contentment in our heart. So till the time we are having our contentment in heart, we are very much satisfied. As Bhagavad Gita speaks about, uh, if someone is happy within, he can be revealed his happiness without also. सो अगर हम अंदर से खुश है तो हमारे बाहर से, हमारे चेहरे के माध्यम से, हमारे वेरियस इंद्रियों के माध्यम से डेफिनेटली ये डिपिक्ट करेगा सोसाइटी को. सो मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम्स व्हेन ISKCON वाज वेरी न्यू around 45 years ago, the founder Acharya, His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, when he returned from American continent with his young tall white disciples who were dancing in the street of Mumbai. Those days, peoples were asking what kind of soaps or cosmetics these guys are using so that their faces are glowing. Actually, this is a gross uh, misunderstanding about happiness or relationship uh, bound happiness. So people usually thinks the technology or modern invention can make us happy. I think specifically the medical science, the modern medical science is propagating this, but this is not lasting long. In fact, after few times, the relationship faded out, and hence the face also not able to glow. The soap will not work, although it is a temporary one for some minutes or hours, or cosmetics will not work for few days also. But the important is if someone is feeling contentment in heart, अगर some कोई व्यक्ति हृदय से संतोष है, satisfied है, तो definitely उनके हृदय में contentment आता है, और इसके वजह से उनका चेहरे पे glowing आभा निकल के आता है. तो वो ग्लो को जब बाहर से कोई देखता है वो आकर्षित होता है. So contentment is most crucial part. Because of that, the human being is looking for a blissful, good, healthy relationship since time immemorial. In fact, we can say when the civilization started. So let us explore about this relationship. See, people want to get married to become happy. People want to get educations to become happy. People want to get their career settled to become happy. People also want to be happy by achieving some positions, some degrees. Also, people are trying to be happy with some entertainment program. So there are variegatedness of ways to become happy, but all these things are somehow or other, somehow it's very temporary or uh, not maintainable. So to overcome such problems, to meet our expectation to be happy eternally, we should look for some contentment in our heart. Suppose someone is watching cricket passionately, and after this 2020, uh, when the expectations was India to win the game World Cup 2020, and according to these laws of nature or achievement of the players or fate of the nations, the result will be accordingly come out, but according to our expectation it may not come, may come. So happiness is depending upon that particular expectation. If we'll change our expectation or looking at this perspective, or which we call as the attitude, then whether India win or lose, will be happy. So happiness is not lying in the different varietedness of activities which we are looking for. Actually, it is within the contentment in our heart. So this relationship, it may be a audience watching the cricket, whatever the relationship is making with particular player or the nation or the team, or the a person who is living in a family having a nice relationship with the different peoples in the family or family members, or a person who is a professional working in some or professional world, or a person or a student studying in some universities or college having nice relationship with the boys and girls friends. So everywhere these are variegatedness of relationship, but the relationship if gives us contentment in our heart, then we can become happy. So we need to reveal such kind of contentment, and also want to practice such kind of relationship which gives the contentment in our heart with today's discussion. So I'll keep on speaking till 150, then I'll stop, then I'll take the questions. Okay. So throughout our discussions today, we will go through all these major 3 points. The WH words, what you call is why the relationship is important. It's automatic. Why the relationship is important and what a relationship is and how we need to make such important relationship. So this why, what and how will be today's whole discussion on the relationship, and that is the revelation. And to maintain such relationship after understanding why, what and how is the biggest task in this current material situation. अभी का समय में स्पेसिफिकली ये जो संबंध है, सुंदर मिठास संबंध है, उसको मेंटेन करके रखने के लिए हर कोई व्यक्ति परेशान है. दिस इज वाई आप लोग देखे होंगे कि आजकल के समय सबसे ज़्यादा रिलेशनशिप सेमिनार्स वेबिनार्स फेमस होता है. ओके, सो if we'll take out the messages and practice in our life, day-to-day life, if the messages will help us practicing in our day-to-day life to improving or maintaining our relationship to our contentment of our heart, we can become happy. For example, a person who is living in a family is always wishing कि everyone should love me. While expecting such relationship, he or she many a times forgets कि I also equally reciprocate in the same way. Okay, so but which is not happening in actuality. So relationship is a two-way process. If we will expect some good relationship, good words, good dealings, the words of contentments for our heart or satisfaction for our heart, we should also reciprocate accordingly. So to reciprocate in that way, we have to learn that dealings, and that is called art of relationship. The art of relationship. तो संबंध को कैसे बनाए रखना, संबंध क्या है समझना, और ये जो मिठास भरा संबंध को क्यों मेंटेन करके रखना, ये समझना बहुत ज़रूरी है. खाली समझना नहीं है, इसको रियलाइज करना बहुत ज़रूरी है, अनुभव करना बहुत ही ज़रूरी है. So let us proceed. See, let us take the same examples of a human being who lives in a family or get married and develop a family, whatsoever it is. It may be a nuclear family, it may be a single family, or it may be a joint family, or the Vedic society or Vedic civilization called it the Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. So everywhere the family spirit is there, but still the spirit of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam means including everyone in our relationship. हमारा relationship का boundary के अंदर सबको include करना is a great heart. So such great heart, having the spirit of including everyone and considering everyone, is our own kinsman, is a great spirit which is being taught and sought in Srimad Bhagavad Gita and all the Vedic literatures. And that relationship and that family or this kutumbakam feeling can come with the help of beautiful, nourishable relationship, not otherwise. So आजकल के समाज में परिवार कोई बनाता है सुखी होने के लिए, right? The excitement one have before getting married is getting dimmed after getting married. Of course, it goes to a higher peak for few months or so. Then afterwards, it is getting dimmed. So, family life is such a life where both happiness can be derived and also the most troublesome situation can be derived. It's like both side edged knife. Okay. So, so whatever edge we want to touch, it will definitely cut us. So, cutting uh, like cutting for the sake of operating some part of our body, taking out the pus and bloods, unnecessary impediments from the body is healing our body in your medical terminologies. But cutting a safe, healthy body with the help of a knife is always painful. Hmm. So one edge of the knife of this family is taking out our pains, past pains, with giving so many contentments, so many emotional support, so many relationship, beautiful relationship and nourishing words. With that, even physical health problems easily get deteriorated. It gets healed easily. But at the same point of time, if the same family with different expectations, that is selfish expectations, of course expectation will be there, but the selfish expectations, which means my way is highway or me and mine, these principles, which in single terminology nowadays called as ego, creates havoc or cuts the healthy body in the relationship or the uh, the relationship maintenance. So while maintaining this relationship, such kind of problems usually often comes. So sometimes if we'll get proper counseling guidance, we could develop uh, the antidotes of tolerating and managing, or in a broader sense we can tell as accommodating. So difficulties, problems may come in the relationship to maintain, but we could tolerate and accommodate. हम accommodate करते हुए means I will sacrifice something and the reciprocal person will also sacrifice something, and something mine will work, his will or her will work, and mutually will go with that, remaining happy. Okay. So with this we can develop the healthy relationship and maintain this. So extremely compromising one way, only tolerating will break the relationship, and also only saying my way is highway will also break the relationship. However, if you could try to accommodate both ways, then the relationship lasts long with few misunderstandings, few difficulties, few accommodations. We can go ahead. So, being this time of hypocrisy and quarrelsome in this world, if two person live together, definitely some misunderstanding will be there always. Always there will be misunderstanding. So if two peoples living together have some misunderstanding. What to speak of a joint family where grandparents, great grandparents are living, uncles, aunts, and different relationship peoples are living together. Okay, so over there, me and mine or my way is highway are getting accommodated. Then only the relationship getting maintained, and with such relationship maintained for long times, we could nourish, and with this nourishment our contentment of heart is developing. So this family which is giving us most happiness and also most sorrow, this is a two-side edged knife, has to be dealt with very carefully. Over there the relationship is a crucial game changer. तो ये जो पारिवारिक संबंध के अंदर हमारा अगर संबंध को, रिलेशनशिप को, उसमें थोड़े बहुत खट्टा मीठापन के साथ एकोमोडेट किया जाए, एकोमोडेट करने का प्रोसेस बहुत हो सकता है, then the relationship will last long. Now let us come to a relationship where we work together. It's a business relationship, business world or a professional world. Over there also, everyone is looks for a benefit. Over there, heart contentment is being minimized, but the relationship is based on the business or the profit outcome. So that also can be accommodated with the help of proper honest communications and also understanding the opposite business partner or the professional colleague. So everywhere this has to be accommodated. The both extremes, my way is highway or the uh, extreme tolerance level will not work. Someone will be exploited on one hand, and on the other hand, someone will be a dictator. Both will not work. Let us go ahead. So why a relationship is important? Because being in the relationship, we feel loved and cared. Everyone in this world, maybe is a living being called a human being or a beast or bird, everyone wants to be loved. Like a beautiful voice or petting a dog is creating so many affectionate relationship. And if the dog is cared or the cat is cared with the help of proper fooding and beautiful voice and gesture, he or she usually play with us very carefully and very beautifully, which we are getting uh, uh, very much happy with that relationship. And the same way, exactly similar way, both is professional world or family relationship, everywhere अगर हम प्रॉपरली हमें प्रेम दिए मिल रहा है और हमें प्रॉपरली केयर लिया जा रहा है, तब हम बहुत सुखी हो सकते हैं. इसीलिए प्रोफेशनल वर्ल्ड में देयर इज ए कॉन्सेप्ट कॉल्ड ह्यूमन रिसोर्स मैनेजमेंट, दैट इज HRM, whose only exclusive task is to care for these humans. Okay, so human labors or human resources, see, human is called as resources over here. These resources are being taken care by the peoples, and they are getting rigorous training for that. Okay, and a person who manage peoples can carefully and with love can maintain the whole world. ISKCON का is a founder Acharya, His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada usually spoke, if you'll have a brain of a Britisher and heart of a loving mother, like heart of a loving Indian mother, you can win over the whole world, and that is That is what he has done throughout his life. Within 11 years, he has revolved throughout the world, approximately every prominent cities of this world, 14 times, and whosoever is touched or spoken or get associated with, attracted with his love, and managed and maintained his relationship with the help of his extreme brain. So it means uh, he's not giving a credit to this Britishers for the nice management. It's not like that. Britishers are sharp in managing the human resources, but that is not sufficient. There is a need of a loving mother, which a Vedic Indian mother can give. That is also required. Otherwise, the relations will not survive. Okay. So to feel loved and cared, relationship is required, and everyone is looking for these two qualities. बर्ड्स और बीस्ट्स और ह्यूमन बींग्स, पशु पक्षी और मनुष्य, कोई भी चाहते कि हमें कोई प्रेम करे और हमें कोई केयर करे. इसलिए देयर आर सो मेनी केयर प्लान्स इन मेडिकल टर्मिनोलॉजीज कि फॉर यू 699 rupees is a care plan, diabetes care plan, pre-diabetic care plan, asthmatic care plan. So all these things, care plans are being advertised at the biggest extent because everyone knows every living entity is looking for to be cared and loved. But in the name of caring, if someone is getting cheated, the reciprocation is very vocal and drastic. So, but who cares for that? People's on the name of caring, they are creating only exploitation. And also genuine peoples who actually love for and wish to care for others with a relationship is always looking for so many societal works that is also working. The another point is feel loved and cared. इसीलिए हमें संबंध चाहिए किसी के साथ, हम कोई हमें कोई प्रेम करे, हम किसको प्रेम करें, और रेसिप्रोकेशन चलते रहे, और हमें कोई केयर ले और हम किसी को केयर लेंगे. इसके वजह से हमें कोई एक संबंध बनाना चाहते हैं. एंड द सेकंड पॉइंट इज हमारे हृदय के अंदर जो कुछ व्यथा होता है या खुशी होता है, इसको शेयर करना चाहता है. तो खुशी को किसी से शेयर करने से ये बढ़ जाता है. सी द अरेंजमेंट ऑफ द material nature. If you'll share our happiness, it increases. If you'll share our unhappiness, sorrowness, it reduces. See the beautiful creation. So with this, we could develop gratitude towards the creation and the creator. So to share with something which are there in our heart, we need someone to whom we have established a nice relationship. तो इसीलिए किसी के साथ संबंध रखा है तो शेयर करेंगे ना. अकेला रहने वाला व्यक्ति सुसाइड करता है. दैट इज व्हाई द सुसाइड रेट इज इंक्रीजिंग. Once upon a time there was a concept of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, and nowadays even single family is not surviving. I'm getting surprised when I saw my kids' school book. They were teaching about single parent family. My God, 20 years back we were thinking, how come is it possible, a single parent family? How pathetic situation it is. So these are the practical difficulties, because the relationship are shattered because of this selfish motives of every individuals, not accommodative motives. From Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam to the single family or degenerated situations like single parent family. My God, before 20-30 years back, if someone will say, I do not know about my father, it was really difficult to say actually. 100 times you will think out. If I'll say my father, who is that person, I do not know, and where he is, I do not know. It's very very awkward, but nowadays it is common, getting common. This is the problem. But doing so, this is the problem, and we may say, who care for this? But because of this, our contentment in our heart is getting lost, and because of that, heart is getting hollowed, and because of that, we are not feeling happy to share, to make a relationship with others also, or else we are hunkering for a nice relationship and the reciprocation is not there. Because of that, so many chaos situations are happening. तो कोई भी व्यक्ति अपने हृदय के अंदर जो व्यथा होता है इसको शेयर करना चाहता है किसी के साथ, नेचुरल, राइट? यहाँ तक रामायण में भगवान रामचंद्र who was performing his human pastimes in this material world, क्या कर रहे थे? जो अपने पत्नी को हरण करके ले लिया गया, अपना हृदय का व्यथा शेयर करने के लिए जब कोई नहीं मिले, किसके साथ शेयर कर रहे थे? He was sharing with the jungles and the trees and creepers and the birds. And the similar ways, Mother Sita and the Asuk Vatika was sharing the similar feelings with the sun, with the sky, all these things. And nowadays, it is very difficult to make a relationship or to share with. She could survive 14 years. It's difficult for a modern man or women to share 10 minutes such kind of feelings, and because of this there are so many suicidal rates. So this is why the relationship is important. The second point is, and the third point is, human is a societal entity. Without association means society means where everyone being cared and felt integral part. So in that way, if a human is not accountable for something, or he whatever things he was looking for, at least, then he is feeling lack of relationship. तो हमें एक सोसाइटी में जीवन धारण करके रहना है तो रिलेशनशिप चाहिए. But unfortunately, the city life, or specifically Western city life, the same first flat person is not having any relationship with his neighbor flat. Once मैं मेरा घर का लॉक खोल के अंदर गया, दूसरों के साथ कोई संबंध नहीं है. मेरा घर एक दुनिया है, दूसरा दुनिया व्यक्ति के साथ कोई संबंध नहीं है. Earlier, when people were living on the ground, on the earth, the ground floor, so at least kids were going out, or even if while going out or coming in, that times interacting with someone, or at least sharing something common with other, or the neighbors. But nowadays everything is independent, and nowadays the talks are going on, relationship should be independent. But relationship is a, as we just discussed, is a both sided edged knife. Okay, so both sided, if there is two person, the relationship will sustain. But how could we say? There are so many famous uh, orators, people who are motivational speakers, they were talking about independent relationship. So relationship, how it could be independent? Of course, to whom you want to make a relationship is to some extent is your independence. That is also not absolutely upon you, because time, place, circumstance आपके ऊपर प्रभाव डालेगा. You cannot survive from that. You cannot escape from that. So independent relationship means selfishness. Then what is relationship? A relationship is a strong, deep, and close association, acquaintance, or bond between two or more peoples that may range in duration from brief to enduring. This is most important. Relationship उसको कहते हैं जिसके द्वारा a strong, deep, or close association और बॉन्डेज हम डेवलप करते हैं एक या एक से ज्यादा लोगों के साथ, यहाँ तक वस्तुओं के साथ। सो और वो कैसे? फॉर ए लॉन्ग ड्यूरेशन ऑफ टाइम, दिस एसोसिएशन में बी बेस्ड ऑन inference, love, solidarity, these are the reciprocations, regular business interactions, or some other type of social commitments. So if there is relationship, there must be some commitment. It may be societal, it may be familial, it may be uh, uh, lingual. So in some way we should have some commitment. Without commitment, no relationship survives. Suppose say I want to love this a beautiful girl, but if I do not have some commitment for a long period of time, that simply I love you will not sustain for a long time. Like these modern day movies, everywhere the romantic movies, the hero comes and the heroine comes, nobody knows each other. Earlier days with letters or meetings, nowadays with some Facebook and all. So somehow or other, because of some sensual enjoyment, to enjoy the senses, both boys and girls are getting attracted. But because they do not have long-term commitment, the relationship doesn't sustain. Okay, and the data are in Google. Suppose say today I was searching for relationship, simply write the word relationship and hit on, you'll find there are so many vigorous only opposite sex relationship, boys and girls relationship. Around 60 lakhs 20,000 relationship codes or the informations in the Google. So does it mean कि relationship between mother and father, relations with the father and son, mother and son, guru and disciples are not surviving? They are. In fact, opposite sex relationship से कहीं गुना ज़्यादा relationship है. And this relationship comes from directly from the eternal spiritual world, where the Lord along with his devotees are reciprocating. And that's what the Supreme Lord comes down in this world to manifest such relationship and explaining the living entities. See, the relationship is so beautiful and so nourishable, so lovable. You please come to me, make a relationship. Okay. Then how to build the relationship? I'll simply briefly tell these 10 principles. So with the help of these 10 principles, if you utilize this in our life, अगर हम ये 10 principles हमारे जीवन में डेली लाइफ में प्रयोग करने के लिए प्रयास करेंगे, ऑफ कोर्स एक एक प्रिंसिपल्स का वेरियस टूल्स हो सकता है, briefly I'll tell, then our relationship could be a sustainable, blissful and releasable relationship. So let us proceed. The first one is open and honest communications. So if you want to make a relationship to last long and it should be a releasable one, we should have open communications. First of all, nowadays the mentality of human being is not that open. Whatever I know is new, that is the final. So first of all, one should be open and honest in his communications. Whatever he's saying, he should have that integrity to accomplish. It's not for the sake of saying and hey, forget about it. So expecting this way or being likewise without having any commitment or honest communications, everyone please think from heart, is looking for a relationship to reciprocate with, कि the opposite side should be a perfect one. The boy is looking for a perfect girl. The girl is looking for a perfect boy. Husband is looking for a perfect woman. Wife is looking for a perfect husband. And so many such relationships. But unfortunately, such perfect persons in this world never exist, because this world itself created relatively. Nothing in this world is perfect. So मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम्स हम चाहते हैं कि हमारे पत्नी माता सीता जैसा, अनुसुईया जैसा ट्रस्टवर्दी, विथ नाइस सर्विस एटीट्यूड्स, ओबीडियंट, ये सारे क्वालिटीज होना चाहिए. बट एट द सेम टाइम्स वी आर फॉरगेटिंग कि वी आर ऑल्सो सपोज टू बी लॉर्ड रामचंद्र इफ आवर वाइफ टू बी मदर सीता. ओके, सो हम किसी से अगर कुछ एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं तो उस लेवल का हमारा भी रेसिप्रोकेशन उनके प्रति होना चाहिए. ओके, yes or no? So this way open and honest communication is required. Okay, we have some limitations and hence we also expect someone must have some limitations. So always finding negativities or faults in the opposite person create cracks in our relationship. Of course we may commit mistake to find the fault, but we should accommodate things. That is the art of relationship. Then we should have positive and realistic vision in a relationship. Like in the similar examples I was telling about, if you're expecting my wife should be Mother Sita, I should have all the qualities of Lord Ramachandra. So likewise, if I'm expecting a beautiful girl, I should be also more beautiful than that person, that lady, which usually we forget. So in some regions the boys are predominating, some regions girls are dominating, and in some regions both the ways, and some regions whatever the circumstance both persons are looking for sensual pleasure from both party. So the relationship, till the senses are active or deriving the relationship's pleasures, the relationship sustains, then it faded out. But if you'll go back the Vedic times, the relationship, see, for examples, take the examples of Gandhari and uh, Dhritarashtra. They couldn't realize who is beautiful, who is not. They never see each other, but the relationship sustained in spite of so many upheavals in their lives. इतने सारे डिफिकल्टीज आने के बावजूद भी इनका रिलेशनशिप सस्टेन किया. एंड वो ऑर्डिनरी व्यक्ति नहीं थे, दोनों ही राजकुमार और राजकुमारी थे. Then we should have mutual respect. The another aspect is mutual respect and appreciation. Gandhari was also having highest respect for his husband, although he saw so many problems with him and was correcting, offering corrections. Of course, wife means she should also share with the husband all this aspect of decisions and also share the difficulties and hence appreciate. The respect and appreciation is required. Likewise, commitment and dedications. We should have commitment for the relationship. Okay, so if you have commitment, then there is no hard to accommodate if someone having something lacking. And if you have commitment, we can dedicate ourselves. On dedicating ourselves, the reciprocation will be definitely there. Only thing is that the time's difference. So commitment and dedication is required. And we should have some personal responsibilities and societal responsibilities. Suppose say we are living in a society, and we are also living in a professional society and business society. Also, we are living in a familial society. So various kinds of societies we have. So for every society, we have some responsibilities. For example, nowadays, because of this professional career oriented or money oriented, everywhere backend is money, we were simply ignoring our social cultural responsibilities. Suppose parents call us sometimes, our wife says, Ki today is Karwa Chauth, you please take a leave. We are saying, no, my office work is on priority. How can I leave that? Okay, if we'll plan for a outing, we could find a time. We could find time. If you could plan something to merry make with the friends, we could find time, take the leaves. But when the socio-cultural responsibilities comes in, we are saying this is not required. So this commitment or this responsibilities we are ignoring. Because of this, relationship is not sustained. And also personal responsibilities. Of course, my body, my health, my mental state, my emotion, all these things matters. And accordingly, the reciprocation or this opposite party to be reciprocated in the relationship, she or he is also having such kind of personal responsibilities. So both we should respect. And also economic prosperity. Nobody says he take this path of satisfactions do not prosper economically. No, that is not nowhere spoken. All this Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Mahabharata, everything, everywhere explanation is given. Ki the human living or human society should be live prosperity. सो जिसको आजकल मॉडर्न टर्मिनोलॉजी में कहते थे कि जीडीपी ग्रोथ हमारा इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट होना चाहिए ओके सो इफ यू लुक बैक अर्लियर people's they were having higher economic values जैसे कि आजकल बताया जाता है हम लोगों को प्लेट में खाने के लिए नहीं मिलता है तो हम क्या करते हैं कोई एक पत्तल या कोई एक पत्तल भी नहीं मिलता है तो लास्ट को अभी पेपर प्लेट उससे डिग्रेडेड प्लेट से खा लेते हैं इन अर्लियर सोने चांदी के प्लेट में इवन गरीब आदमी खाता था ओके इफ यू लुक बैक महाभारत टाइम्स not Mahabharata times, look back beyond Britishers governance in this India. Okay, so there is an evidence. Lord Macaulay presented his report after traveling breadth and length of India, saying peoples in India are very much connected to their culture and they are very much approximately 100% happy, which I could never see such happy people, such satisfied peoples all over the world apart from India. It means Vedic culture was having economic prosperity. Then prosperity means everyone should be happy. Then children welfare. Most of the times, modern time, young boys and girls getting married and both husband and wife are working and the children are ignored. And being experienced and most family men, you are more experienced than me. That you can tell so many examples. Simply sparing some money, sending children to a sophisticated school is not sufficient responsibility. We should invest quality time with. Then only will feel loved and they will also feel loved and cared. Then family love and affections. Parents के साथ हम relationship में रखेंगे तब होगा ना. वसुधैव कुटुंबकम में love and affection रहता था. His Divine Grace श्रील प्रभुपाद ISKCON का founder आचार्य कहते थे, I built a house ISKCON where the whole world can live in happily with love and care. You could come and check. We are not talking about only ISKCON. Many such institutions are there where people are being loved and cared. Okay. And then regulated and balanced lifestyle. Regulations नाम लाते हैं तो परेशान है, गवर्नमेंट परेशान है, फैमिली में लोग परेशान है. टाइम पे सोना, टाइम पे खाना, टाइम पे एक्टिविटीज करना, टाइम पे बात करना, नथिंग इज रेगुलेटेड. जब से स्मार्टफोन आ गया, इंटरनेट आ गया एंड वर्क फ्रॉम होम कल्चर्स आ गया और व्हाटएवर, द पैशन ऑफ अर्निंग मनी रेगुलेशंस को कंप्लीटली ध्वस्त कर चुका है. एंड बैलेंस्ड लाइफस्टाइल नहीं है करके आयुर्वेदिक साइंस का डिमांड बढ़ रहा है अभी, नेचुरल लाइफस्टाइल का डिमांड बढ़ रहा है अभी, नेचुरोपैथी का डिमांड बढ़ रहा है अभी. आई थिंक यू कैन टेल बेटर देन these areas than me. And spiritual growth and progress, this is integral part and everywhere every person is living with, but everyone is ignoring it. So without spiritual growth, whatever understanding they may have and progress on that, nobody can sustain for long time, nobody can happy. That is why there are so many spiritual, so-called spiritual, authentic spiritual, unauthentic spiritual institutions are able to preach and attract peoples. This is the need. So these are the 10 principles we would like to imbibe in our life. Then we'll be have a nice, happy, rebuilt, releasable relationship. Thank you so much. I'll stop here. Let me take the questions now. Sorry, I've taken 10 minutes more. Yes. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Shyam Karuna Prabhuji. It was an excellent session, and I think so many people are like glued from initial like time you start, and I think this is a very enlightening session for all of us. The points which you have mentioned, the examples, the relevance, tremendous requirement for all of us. We have receiving certain questions, so one by one what we will do is हम आपसे इस क्वेश्चंस को यहाँ पर पुट अप करते हैं, and I request all the viewers also, meanwhile you have any queries and questions, you can specifically straight away discuss right now. You can post your queries. Those who are watching us on website, they can post their query on messenger and WhatsApp messenger box. It is available on our website. Facebook audience can post in the comment section. YouTube can audience can put in the live chat box, and as soon as we will receive, we will put up with our speaker, and we will discuss with them. Prabhuji, the first question we have received from Dr. A.K. Sharma. So he wants to ask ki, the question is specifically to the this joint and nuclear family, and you have raised the single parent aspect as well, jo, like you have mentioned in your talk also. So how to take it forward in terms of uh, there are, I can say it's a very complicated question. So he is precisely asking ki, how again we can go back to the joint family culture, and इस पे थोड़ा सा प्रभु जी you can maybe enlighten all of us.
Sure, definitely. So I was talking about not living together in a same building or same circumference, but keeping a healthy relationship with the relationships or the parents, grandparents, cousins, and uncles. Although we are living apart, physically, geographically separated, but we should have relationship. But as we go geographically separated, we are finding hard to invest time to keep that relationship, usually out of sight, out of mind. So the thing is that there are so many ways of communications we are using to develop our relationship in terms of business and professional world to earn money, but we are forgetting about the core relationship which will help us give the contentment in our heart. See, someday we'll feel morose. The business person will not call and ask us. We cannot share with. Rather, my parents, my uncles can call me and find out, beta, ab tum kaise ho? Okay. So for this, we need to invest quality time. Maybe it be a video chat, WhatsApp call at a regulated time interval, considering that relationship is important. Earning money and forgetting such relationships is creating hollow in our heart. So this is a very good question. So, and there are so many ways to make it out. The crucial point is we should invest time, sir.
Right. So there is another question, that how Krishna consciousness helps in maintaining family relationships.
It's a marvelous question. As I said, Srila Prabhupada, the founder Acharya of ISKCON, mentioned, I have built a house where the whole world can live in happily, with a releasable relationship and sustainable relationship. So Krishna consciousness means bringing consciousness in our consciousness, bringing Krishna. So Krishna means the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is the Supreme Father, and being we all are son and daughters of this Father, one Father, we could develop a brother or sisterhood, which since last 70 years from Mahatma Gandhi till the current era is being loudly spoken. The whole world, we are brothers and sisters, but things are not working. But the reason behind it, Prabhupada highlighted this when he was there at the time of Indira Gandhi. He has certain points to discuss with, but somehow Indira Gandhi fled away for some other assignments. Uh, he mentioned over there कि the most important is if we all are brothers and sisters, we should have some single parent, we should have some single father. कॉमन फादर होगा तो हम पिता एक पिता माता का बच्चे होंगे, लेकिन हम कहते हैं कि हम इंडियन से, वो अमेरिकन से, वो यूरोपियन है। तो विद दिस हम अपना इंडिविजुअलिटीज को मेंटेन करना चाहते हैं, नो प्रॉब्लम, इंडिविजुअलिटीज रहेगा, बट इंडिविजुअली के नाम पे दूसरों से सेपरेट करते हैं अपने आप को, साथ साथ कहते हैं कि हम भाई भाई हैं। सो भाई भाई तब बन सकते हैं जब हम एक पिता का बेटा बनेंगे, एक पिता का बेटा बेटी बनेंगे। सो इट्स लाइक वी वांट a blissful Ram Rajya, but without Ram. So bring Ram or Krishna in our consciousness, we will feel that we are integral part of this person, we are part and parcel of Krishna or Rama, and hence we are brothers and sisters. And with this we could develop love, like in a family, joint family, because we have common father or grandfather, we have love. Even if so many inconveniences we are accommodating, but if that fact is missing, then we'll not feel that relationship of वसुधैव कुटुंबकम, भाई भाई संबंध बोलने से नहीं होगा जीवा से।
Right, right. There is one more very relevant question from Dr. Arun Gupta, that sometimes we have seen we are unable to maintain a balance between personal and professional relationships, and each one of us, like each aspect is important. Both aspects are important for all of us. So, what maybe you can guide on this aspect, that how we all can understand and maintain this very important, I think, balance in all our lives.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Arun Prabhu. The question is very relevant. However, this question, the answer can go every individual differently, but I can generalize the answer over here. Okay, so because everyone is having a different time, place, circumstance, and different relationship in the professional world and personal life. But in general, first of all, we should prioritize personal life is also important, and also professional life. So we should give the weightage. Personal life is also important, professional life is also important. And based on that, if you wait for personal life, if you'll be care for it, if will definitely look for investing some time, quality time, look for development of personal life. And if you love, if you will have also importance of understanding the importance of professional life and its weightage, then also will invest time and intelligence how to develop that way. But आम तौर पे in general nowadays the professional world explains you work hard, earn money, make a status, show off, अंदर है ना हो doesn't, अंदर हो या ना हो doesn't matter, take loans with the help of credit cards and all, but still make a show off and you will remain happy. ये प्रोफेशनल वर्ल्ड में ये आजकल एडवर्टाइज किया जा रहा है। ऑफकोर्स सबको पता है संभव नहीं है, बट बिकॉज ऑफ दिस impositions in the professional world propaganda, people are getting carried away, and because of that they are investing much time, and they're not able to balance their professional life. Because of this they're also missing the personal life too. So professional life means earning money, making a relationship with the professionals or the colleagues, and also working honestly and earn honestly in a dharmic way. Mhm. So doing so, we could accumulate some time for personal life.
Right.
Okay, and everyone should define their uh, expectation there from their personal life, professional life. Then we could spare some time for personal life also. Otherwise, throughout the day and night, weekends, weekdays, working will not help, and hence will not find time for personal life. This is
Absolutely.
very
Agreed. Agreed. There is one more very important question, and in our clinic also, as a doctor, we have seen many cases are coming up these days. This is a bit challenging as far as the kids and children are concerned. How to educate them to value relationship? Dr. Shiv Arora, he's our regular follower, so he's asking this question. And one more aspect I want to add to this is we have seen many times because we are getting this issue from middle-aged parents or senior age parents that as their kids grow, especially in the teenage college life, they get involved with their friends, but sometimes they are not spending time with their parents, or they are not having a good relationship with their parents. They are just isolated. These specifically in urban population in metropolitan cities, this is growing. So how you will enlighten us, or maybe direct us to take it forward, that our kids and children start valuing all the relationships they have in their life, their parents, grandparents, and other people.
It's a very fantastic and most relevant questions to all the married peoples and peoples who are looking for a married relationship. Uh, the relationship again looks for investing quality time. Maybe it's husband-wife relationship, parent-son-daughter relationship, or kid relationship. So most important is we should understand at what age the kid is looking for what and how their brain is getting developed. Chanakya Pandit says, अम, जब तक बच्चा कैशोर और पौगंड अवस्था में रहता है मीन्स टिल द एज ऑफ 10 11 10 years, till that time you may punish or you may lovingly teach them. After that, the punishment will not work. When he enters into kaishor avastha, kaishor after 10, hmm, that is teenage, which is very very dangerous. After 12, that time at the teenage, the researchers nowadays, modern researchers are saying the teenager's boy or girl thinks that he can maintain the whole world, nobody should intervene. So at that time, he only can look for a person who is friendly. So your question was most pertinent कि बच्चों पेरेंट्स के साथ ज़्यादा नहीं आते, जब बच्चा टीनेज में एंटर करता है अपना फ्रेंड्स के साथ ज़्यादा रहता है. दैट इज वाज द सोशियो psychophysical nature of the human being. So that time, no restrictions. He wants no restrictions, boundaryless restrictions he wants. So he wants maximum freedom. And in our educations, nowhere such things are considered. From starting from KG to PG, everywhere the kids are being taught how to earn money, nothing else. People says there is no use of moral educations also. That's why there is no book for moral educations. There is no school to teach moral education. Spirituality, emotionalism is too far away. So this is the problem. So at that time, if a parent can make a good friendly relationship with that, either mother or father, it will be very much helpful. This is the parents' part. And kids, if he was loved, if the kid could understand that these parents are very much lovable to me, and also they are my really well wishers. Understanding only the parents are loving to me this only thought exclusively will create exploiting nature by the kids. तो एक्सप्लोइट करेगा पेरेंट्स को, लेकिन साथ साथ अगर वो समझ रहे हैं कि मेरा पेरेंट्स मेरा सबसे बड़ा वेलविशर है, तो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज लेगा। तो इसको सिखाना पौगंड अवस्था तक 10 साल तक हमारा रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज। And for this, there are so many education patterns also. We have so many webinars, seminars for that. We'll bring in gradually. I think I
Right.
tried to answer you.
Right. Thanks, Prabhuji. Then next question is from Dr. Vatsala. So she want to ask that how can we keep our emotions in front of people special to us, not being much expressive or extrovert? Again, a very interesting question.
So, depending upon the emotions, thank you so much, Dr. Vachala. Um, the kind of emotion, it depends what kind of relationship we have with our special persons and what kind of emotions we are going to express. The emotions may have destructive also, the emotions may have a constructive situations also to create. So if the emotions and if the relationship is very relatable and reliable, then you could express this emotion. Otherwise the opposite person will be exploiting you. That is where the counseling part is coming in picture. Suppose आप मुझे बहुत विश्वास किया, आपका दिल की बात खुल के इमोशनली बोल दिया, and I heard, I took it very making a fun, which will pinch to your heart. So before that, we should invest maximum time to develop that trust in the relationship before becoming expressive or extrovert about our emotions. ये generalize में answer कर पा रहा हूँ. Yeah? Yes.
Right. Thank you so much. I think again we are getting this feedback. It was one of the excellent class, and absolutely, like I completely agree. And we will be continuing this series, and we'll be requesting Prabhuji to be on our platform in future as well. So thank you so much again for joining us. It was an exciting and very informative session, and very new aspects being explored today. Those who have joined late, I request you to rewind and see the entire video. There is a special checklist, and the points are mentioned beautifully. The compilation is beautifully being done, as Prabhuji is having so much of exhaustive years of experience. So I think this is a very important session, and we all should see the entire session again if you have missed any initial or middle aspects or slides and topics and points which were given there. So and definitely I think the entire aspect is being supervised and guided by the spirituality and the consciousness we all need to develop and grow more and more. So we will be coming up on all every alternate Sunday, same time 1 p.m. We'll be coming up with many more exciting topics. By the way, if you people have any suggestions, you also can post us. We will request and accordingly try to take those feedbacks and those topics also. We already decided few topics, but we are very much open to have topics from you people as well. And thank you so much again, Prabhuji. It was again a very enlightening session, and we are very honored to have you on our platform. And we are looking forward to be with you in future sessions as well, to take more and more knowledge and whatever your experience, so that you can guide us and we can take this particular journey of keeping health in the totality of all the individuals. Thank you so much for joining us today.
You're most welcome. Thank you and grateful to you for your kind invitations and interacting with all these doctors and students. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.